Okay. Oh, so bad. Hi, Wild Shadowmancer. Oh my goodness gracious. I am getting there, guys. Hang on. I'm so unprepared tonight. I was sitting on the floor, finding 9 of Swords that I like, and listening to Stephen Live and watching that deck. And then I'm like, oh my God, it's 7:30. He's saying I have to go on, which I do. Hi. Oh, let me get up here. Hold on. And then I got to mute. Yeah, see? Shh. Quiet, Jen. Okay. All right. Good. Got that. I got to get them in here. And then I got to get the 9 of Swords out from a couple of the decks that we always use because I didn't get a chance to do that. Okay. Hi. Oh, look at my face. I am all red all the time now. It's driving me crazy. Hot flashes suck, ladies and gents. Don't get old because it just sucks. All right. Alexa Joy. Hi. I haven't seen you for a while. Can't hang out too long, but I thought I would stop in. Hi, Tyler. Justin, Kelsey, Stephen, Marcy, Donna, hi. Sel, hi. You and my favorite online crystal shop are live. Oh, no. How will you choose? Okay, here's my regular 9. Perfect. Hi, Michelle and Minky. Silver Willow, hello. Hi. Okay. I feel like there's, I don't know, a couple more that I should be doing, and I can't remember. Hang on. 8, 9. I'm here. So how was everyone's day today? Mine was okay, although I was at the main office. Thank goodness. Peter had his court date today, so I had to leave early because I was ready to kill people today. I hate the main office because here's part of the problem is I'm a worker. Like, I'm like, come on, let's go. We're going to keep going and keep moving and keep doing patients. Hurry up. And there's 2 particular people that work there that work at the main office a lot. I have to be there. And they're not good workers. They hide. They go to the bathroom a lot. They shut their patient door and sit on emails or something. They are 2 of the people who do the biopsies a lot. So when they have a biopsy in the afternoon, like, they're done. They don't, and a biopsy, okay, granted, a biopsy takes about an hour or something, but then they will spend another hour and a half cleaning up the room. And you're like, really? Come on. And then, like, the one that was there today, that is the shirker. She was leaving at noon. And so, like, at 11 o'clock, she's like, okay, I'm leaving at noon. So, like, I'm done with patients. Are you kidding me? I have, at my office, I do patients every 15 minutes. So I'm like, you have enough time to do 4 more patients. Just because you're slow and you take your time, it's not my problem. But, you can't. I interviewed for the job of second in command manager. Oh, goodness, a long time ago. Right? I know. And my boss actually likes me a lot, but she said because they knew me as a tech, she didn't think that they would listen to me. And I'm like, oh, honey, you obviously don't know me very well. I would have had no problem in exerting authority. And I said to her, well, they would have to learn that I was now, second in command. Hold on. I have to wipe this off. Sorry if I screw it up. And they would have to learn. And she's like, oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I think that's why she didn't give me the job. And then the woman that she did give the job to, because like she didn't work there before, so nobody knew her before. She doesn't like confrontation. So she will not say to somebody, you need to get on the floor. We have patience. So I end up doing that because I'm not there all the time. I think partly that's part of it too, is that I'm not there all the time. And I'll tell him straight out, look, I like you, Lori. It's not a patient. It's a person I work with. And she will never, ever watch my channel, ever. I know that. But still. I will just say to her, look, I like you, Lori, which is why I'm coming to get you. Because we have 5 patients waiting. And I don't want to have like ill feelings about you because you want to hide and stuff. I don't do that. I just come get you. We have 5 patients. You ready to do some? So I'm kind of blunt about things. And I think people appreciate that or they don't. But they know where I stand. Because I'm used to working on my own. And because I run my own office, I do everything. Now, all we have to do at the main office is do the exam. We have a runner person who goes and gets the patient, changes the patient, and puts them in the waiting room for us. And then when we're done, takes the paperwork from us and takes it to the doctor if they have to be seen by the doctor and all that kind of stuff. And in my office, I register the patient. I take care of them when they first walk in. I go change them. I put them in my room. All that kind of stuff. So I'm like, yeah, I don't have a whole lot of pity for all of you people who, oh, you poor things, you have to do it all. Yeah, I don't want to hear it. Exactly. And I don't want to, and my thought process is I don't want to feel bad, and I'm not carrying around like my annoyance at you all day because you're an idiot. I'm just going to come to you and say, hey, we got lots of patients to do. What you doing? You done? Because we got lots to do. And then if you want to get all pissy with me, go right ahead. But I'm not carrying that around all day going, wow, Lori is hiding again. I just know I have to go get her. And I have to say, the other techs who have to work with her all the time are like, oh, Jen's here. Good, because Lori have to come out and help. And I'm like, you guys, why don't you just go get her? I don't get it. Okay, now that I have spoken about my day, let's see how you all are. Oh, I just hate the main office. It's annoying. Okay. Wow, we have lots of comments. Sorry. Misty and Tar Apple, hi. And Shauna, hi. And Austin, hi if you're there. And I'm doing great. Hi, Denise. I did that in my office. I would be fired. I know it, right? I'm ready to kill people constantly. At least I finally got a selenite stick, right? Yay. Now, I will tell you, selenite is, if it's calming for you, that is awesome. I have to say, selenite is not a calming stone usually. It's a very high vibe stone. So to me, it kind of revs me up. Maybe it does, though, help connect your crown chakra to everything else. So it might help you to like think about stuff a little more maybe before I open my big mouth. But selenite is a high vibe stone for most people. But again, your energy, it might react differently. Like, most people love rose quartz for love feelings and that gushy love feeling. It just doesn't do much for me. So, your energies react differently, which is why, what's my saying? If it works for you, it works. Calm and sleep. There you go. So that's how it reacts to yours. That's awesome. See? Exactly. Perfect. Awesome. All right. Yes, I was at the main office and it was horrible. Wish I could be more like that. And here's the thing. I won't say that I am without fault, Tar Apple, because if it gets truly busy and I have to come a couple times, I get sarcastic. And I know that everyone can tell that because there's no way to not tell when I'm being sarcastic. And I know you guys know that pretty much, although you don't have to deal with it like anybody else who like lives with me. But I'll be like, okay, come on back because we have so much to do. And so I think most people can figure that out. By the time I get to that point, I'm sure most people are like, okay, Jen's going to beat me up. It all comes down to work ethic. Exactly. And I have it and not a lot of people do. So. All right. Princess. Uh-oh. Was somebody asking for a reading? I'm sorry, honey. We're not doing readings tonight. We're learning. If you want to learn, come on in. Okay. Perfect. Now, let me... Okay, so did you like the poll? I hope you all got a chance to vote in the poll. And surprise, 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 the winner was the Nine of Swords. Of course, that was your only option because I love this card and I decided I want to learn how to be a squirrel. I decided that we were going to do the Nine of Swords last week. So, oh, damn it. Did I miss a troll? Was it a good one? Oh, wow. That's what I voted for. Was it a good one? Did he have like spunk and personality? And no? Boring. Okay. Well, you suck, Michael Green. Get something at least original. I might even let you, it was a Trump troll. Boy, are you on the wrong page, buddy. Oh, that's funny. Okay, yes. So I love this card. I love this card for so many reasons. And I'm really annoyed because I should have been looking like, I don't know, all day probably today for all my favorite Nine of Swords because I have so many. And I'm sitting in front of my tarot shelves kind of blank. And I'm like, damn it. Where the hell are... I got some of my favorites out. But I'm missing a couple that I'm like, shoot, what deck is that Nine of Swords in? And I didn't quite find all of them that I really, really love. And of course now I can't remember it. So I'm going to have to like, I don't know, post them in the group or something when I figure it out. Because there's so many that I'm like, oh, I love this one. And okay, it's one of my favorite cards. So I did find quite a few that I really like, but, and there's a couple that I love, but there's a couple that I love that I'm missing, and I'm really annoyed with myself. But the squirrel brain works sometimes, not so much other times. Okay, let's start with our good old Rider-Waite, though. So here we go. This is the Nine of Swords. Love, 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 love this card. Now, please understand, do I love when I pull this card? No, not really. Because that usually means I've got lots of stuff on my mind. I'm kind of anxious. I'm, nightmare stuff. There's, stuff going on so let's read about it. Okay, here we go. The keywords are haunted, grieving, insomnia, troubled. There's 3 of my favorites lives. Oh no, Kelsey. Choices. Kelsey, don't feel like you have to stay here, honey. I understand. There's lots of people on now. And, if you have to, you can always watch it back. It'll be here. I'm not erasing it. I promise. Okay. So 9 interlaced swords appear horizontally against black. A person sits up from the bed, awake, unable to rest, hands to face. A blanket of roses and astronomical symbols cover a quilted blanket. Whoops. That's, ooh, look at, I don't think I ever have noticed the astrological, did I say astronomical? The astrological symbols. This one is definitely you right now. Oh, I bet, Tom. Hi, Tom. I missed you. You're getting ready to move, I'm sure. You're anxious and awake. Carved into the side of the bed are two men facing, one clearly the victor and one fallen defeated. This is why I loved this. I've never noticed, I don't look at the detail of the carving in the bed or the astrological symbols on the bed. That's so cool. I never noticed that before. Get my big fat fingers out of the way and you can see the carving on the bed here. Damn it. Hold on. Let me get it to focus. Come on. You know you can do it. There it is. So one is the victor and one is defeated. That's so cool. And I love that Pamela Coleman Smith's, signature is like in the middle of this. What book am I reading from? My usual. Holistic Tarot. You're putting me up on the big screen? Okay. The Seeker. Let me get in there. Perfect. The Seeker is... Hi, Jackie, by the way. The Seeker is haunted by a sense of loss, whether the sustaining of material loss in a given situation or the intangible loss of a loved one. What's more, there is also a loss of sleep over the matter. Cutting thoughts disturb the Seeker's rest. The Seeker blames him or herself for what has happened. The Seeker believes that the loss is his or her own fault and could have been prevented somehow. But the Nine of Swords tells us that, in fact, what has happened to the Seeker was, in a way, inevitable. It was beyond the Seeker's control. It was a loss that would have occurred one way or another. It simply had to happen for reasons the Seeker perhaps cannot perceive right now. There is a strong sense of force majeure in the Nine of Swords. The roses printed on the quilted blanket represent mystery, and the alternating quilted pattern of astrological symbols suggests causes well beyond the Seeker's personal control, a matter written in the stars. Or at the very least, caused by powers greater than the Seeker. Fencers Mercury's almost over. Thank you. Cannot wait. Hi, Angela. Hi, Claire. Hi, Earthly Taurus. Hi, Johnny. Hi, M. Did I miss anyone? Ashley, I think I saw you before. Two more days. Can't wait. Me neither, Tom. I can't wait either. This weekend. Yay. This card is me and I don't like it. I don't blame you. Hi, Joyce Dolphin. Hi, Linda. Where am I? Fencers carved into the wood of the bed indicate that a combat took place and the Seeker was not the victor. When one awakes from dreams and is caught in the haze between conscious and unconscious, when the Seeker is unsure what is real or unreal, that feeling is what the Seeker feels at the moment. Note how the points of the 9 swords depicted on the card extend out of view, suggesting that the total amount of damage is not yet ascertainable at this time. So we don't know comments of this whole situation is. We just know it is causing you great distress. It is you're getting nightmares, you're anxious, there's stuff, this is one of those things that you feel like it's your fault. But it was something that was out of your hands. It's not something that you could have controlled. It's not something that you could have changed. It is something that you had to go through to learn something, to get through something, to have a revelation. It's like, don't forget, remember the Tower card? Yes, it seems like everything is tumbling down, but at the end of it, There's something that you never would have noticed if you hadn't gone through that tumble down tower. There's something at the end of it that is like a revelation. If I hadn't gone through this, I would never have noticed this. That's the same kind of thing, except this may not even be a real situation. It may be a perceived anxiety-causing thing that is in our head, that is our own making, that is something that we're like making ourselves crazy about, that may not necessarily be a real thing. Okay? Me at night thinking about things that happened like 10 years ago, right? And sometimes you can't get your brain to turn off. I'm going to open up the window right in front of me because I can feel my energy stuff moving. Hang on one second, guys. Right here. Okay. So could a person be certified in both Reiki and crystal healing? Yes. Oh, yes. Absolutely, yes. As a matter of fact, I use both. When I do my healing, I use both. When I do Reiki healing, very often, if it's in person, I will lay the crystals around the person I'm healing. If it is long distance, then I have the crystals right on top of, I use a little stuffed owl when I'm doing one-on-one long distance. I use a little stuffed owl as a person in place of the person I'm healing long distance. So I'll put the crystals right in the area that I want to send the energy to. Absolutely. I think they very much go hand in hand. Hello, Kay. Hi, honey. I was in a meeting and noticed one of the ladies noticed I kept looking at the clock. I told them I had to get home to take care of important business. Yay! I'm glad I'm important business, Kay. Me wondering why I wasn't invited to Hogwarts at 11. Yay, right? Me too. I'm still waiting for mine too. Oh, mama, update. Dentist office called me this morning. They had a cancellation. Oh, yay. So you have an appointment tomorrow. Oh, good. So you don't have to wait all week. Thank goodness. I can't believe they were going to make you wait a whole week like that. Ugh, it's horrible. So I'm glad they had a cancellation. I've been using my girlfriend's cat as a stand-in. Oh, there you go. Perfect. I saw a Reiki healer for several months a few years back and felt wonderful. I have to go see her again now that the weather is nicer and the roads aren't so awful. Awesome, for sure. And, to me, Reiki is 10 a.m. Good. I'll be thinking of you, honey. I'm going to put, as a matter of fact, I'm writing that down because I'm going to set my alarm to give you Reiki specifically at 10. Shauna. 10 a.m. dentist. You're already in my basket. I hurried off work to watch. Yay! I'm so glad. I really love our studies, so I'm glad that you guys enjoy them too. Now, I do want to also read from the Modern Tarot book because it's so good. And this is one of those cards that I can't remember what she says, but I have a feeling it's a good one to read because she's hilarious. And I really love her with some of these cards that you're like, oh, this is a bad card. Let's read what she has to say. Okay. Here we go. I love her. Okay. So there is no way around it. This is a terrible card. As confirmed by a glance at its drama, a person sitting up in bed, holding their anguished head in their hands as a wall of brutal swords pierce the night behind them. The person is traditionally said to be female, and this card can be connected to violence against women. That's something I didn't really connect. So it's something you have to watch out for. If there's any way that you feel that kind of energy from your seeker, from your querent, and again, sometimes I'd like to have a discussion at some point about the ethics of tarot reading. Because it's a hard thing to think of. Should I be bringing this up right now? And do I have a responsibility to bring this up right now? And how should I bring this up right now? If I feel like it's a good idea to bring it up, How do I bring that up? How do I say it? How do I leave them an out? It's a good discussion to have, and maybe later this week. Let me write it down. Hold on. Ethics in tarot. I think it's a really good discussion to have. And going along with that, that is a deep subject. Going along with that would be some of the really tough cards that we pull. You know, the Devil card, which can mean addiction. The Tower card, which can mean suicidal tendencies, suicidal thoughts. Some of those cards that come up, and sometimes you feel that energy coming from, especially if you're empathic and you're feeling that energy from them. How do you bring that up? What do you say? How can you leave them an out so that they feel like they can talk to you about it if they want to? But it's not something, what you can't do is force someone to tell you about something they're not ready to tell you about. So there's a way to do that you can kind of let them know the door is open, but not push it yourself. So we'll talk about that. That's a good discussion. We'll have to do a video about that soon, okay? And I want to do a live discussion video for sure about ethics, because it's good to have questions and stuff, especially if it's someone you know. And so true, Angela. And I will tell you, it is harder, way harder to read for people you know. So much harder, at least for me. I don't know, maybe other tarot readers don't find that, but for me, two things. One is because if you know what's going on in your life or in their life and you have an opinion about it, it's very hard to detach yourself from those cards enough to just read what you're seeing and not interject your opinions of their life in there. And two is that because you know that person, that if that ethics stuff comes up, it's even harder because they know you. So if they want to tell you, they probably would have said it already. So for you to try to push that door open is even harder. Makes it hard as you find out things that you might not want to know exactly. And yep, to be unbiased when you know what they're going through and you have seen, especially if you're good friends, if you're family, you've seen this person going through something and it's like, oh gosh, I hate this guy that she's with. He's such a jerk to her. It's really hard to not pull that Devil card and go, oh, see, this guy you're with is a jerk and he is controlling you and blah, 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 blah. It's really hard to not do that. And because it might not mean that. It might mean something else, but it's tough. Okay, let's keep going. This card might be connected to violence against women as well as the insomnia and unstable moods that are known to accompany menopause. Why did I never connect that either? Duh. Holy crap. That is, now I love this card even more. I'm so glad. See, intuition tells me to pick up this book once in a while because I need to smack myself in the head with something. There you go. Ta-da! I should hang this in my bedroom with a big poster. Hi, Lanaya. How are you? I have never, ever connected this card with the symptoms of menopause. So if you are too young to be going through menopause, good for you, first of all. But second of all, you get these nights of insomnia where you're just awake for absolutely no effing reason. And you are so tired. I have been crying up at night, like, why am I awake? I am so tired. I have to be to work at 7. Why can't I go to sleep? At sweating and dying. And you're like, what the hell is going on? Right? She's having a hot flash. Yep. I have never connected that, but Michelle T. I'm just about the right age. So I love this book. It connects things that I wouldn't have normally connected. Love it, love it, love it. And there, 52. There you go. Yep. Okay. Here we go. So, unstable moods that are known to accompany menopause. I'm so gonna I don't know, get a poster and hang it in my room to remind myself. But fear not. The Nine of Swords brings its doom and gloom to all genders and ages and physicalities. If it's popped up in your life, it's safe to say that things are, at the very least, uncomfortable, but quite likely hitting the high notes of panic, anxiety, depression, and despair. I need to read that book. Very good, isn't it? I didn't either. I love that. Michelle T is awesome. Panic, anxiety, depression, and full-on despair. The first thing to suss out when the Nine of Swords comes for you is whether, here we go, so there's two scenarios, whether you really have a problem, which is possible. You could be pulling this card because you really have a problem and you've been in a depression about something real, or the dark drama is unfurling its 3 acts in your mind, which is true. Sometimes it's just something that we are spinning our wheels trying to figure out, and there's not actually a problem. We're just making that up in our head, and it keeps going and going and going. Of course, this can often be a difficult question to answer. Maybe you don't know if something terrible is going on, but your bitch's intuition is ringing bells and sending up so many red flags that all you see is crimson. Outside manipulation may have you feeling gaslit. You may be suffering from a mental glitch that's made you unable to discern mundane reality from your paranoid fantasies about it. So true. So true. Yep, absolutely. Whether or not you can figure out if your distress is real or imagined, my Tara Lee advice is the same. Talk about it. Talk about it with your favorite non-judgmental listener. Maybe your best friend or someone you know less well, but whose good vibes and generosity have always impressed you. Maybe a therapist or a spiritual person whose wisdom you can trust. If the cause of your anguish is rooted in reality, you've done something you're ashamed of, you've made a mess of things, you need solid advice on how to put the pieces back together. If you have run yourself into a deep, scary rut with the mechanisms of your own mind, it will be useful to have that validated, and you could probably use some advice too. Perhaps it's time to do something about recurring bouts of depression or anxiety. Perhaps you've already taken action, but it's not working, and a new strategy needs to be developed. Regardless, when the Nine of Swords comes calling, you need help. You need help. This might be horrible news to you. Maybe you hate asking for help. That some of us is, I'm just going to spin my wheels and it'll be okay. I'm not asking for anything. I will figure this out. God damn it, leave me alone. I'm going to figure it out. In the meantime, you're spinning. Time for a goodwill trip. Yes, I love it, Julie. I'm with you. Maybe you're so ashamed that the thought of sharing your situation with another cripples you. It could be. It could be something. You know, when I went through my lovely thing in January, I was not really happy about coming on and telling everyone what was going on in my life. Not because it was my shame, but it's my shame that I'm still 27 years and I'm still in it. I'm still going through this. But it was such a good thing for me to get out and get through. And it helps you kind of to lay things out on the table and say, you know what? Okay, it's not as big and bad as I think it is in my mind. It's out here, and now I can kind of pick it apart. Is there real stuff in here that I can do stuff about? Is there stuff that I can try to figure out how to maybe, drop some of this that isn't real stuff that I have to take care of? The inner machinations of my mind are an enigma. Oh, for sure, Patrick Star. Love SpongeBob. Claire, I don't need to go through the menopause for another 10 to 15 years, but it's scary to say that that's not long to go. For sure. And I'm 46, and I have been in menopausal symptoms since I had my hysterectomy at 38. And I kept my ovaries, and they kept saying, oh, that won't do anything then because you have both your ovaries. They lied really super super badly. Because I used to be a freezing cold person, and as soon as I had my hysterectomy, I have literally now 38. So it's been close to 10 years that I had my hysterectomy. I have scrub tops that are jackets that I have not worn in almost 10 years now. Because, I might as well forget it. I can't wear a jacket to work. Not going to happen. Yay, good for you. Put on the glitz. Hot flashes make me super nauseous. Oh, you poor thing. Ugh, it's terrible. Menopause is hard. Oh, I know it. It's not easy. Where am I? Okay. Maybe you're so ashamed that the thought of sharing your situation with another cripples you. There is nothing easy about this card, but to get through it, you need to deal with the source of the daggers, either in the real world or in your mind. Here's some good news. It's often not as bad as you think. Fear often magnifies the truth with this card, and you very likely didn't mess up half as bad as you think. Or others involved are super forgiving. Or a dumb misunderstanding triggered pre-existing trauma, and nothing is wrong in the here and now. That's very often the case. Alas, the only way off your internal hamster wheel of fear is to bring the light of the day into the situation. And that's telling the truth, talking about it, and reaching out. So you see this, the swords that are lined up. If you think of, oh, hold on, what did I miss? Then I'm getting the shivers because you're all wet. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Oh, Justin's Mountain Lions. Yes, didn't they got rehomed further out, right, Justin? I think. So what I was going to say before I lose my thought, yes, is see the swords. If you think of you're in a hamster wheel, this is what you're seeing. If you're inside the hamster wheel, this looks just like the inside of a hamster wheel on your wall. And you're just running, and you're letting your fear and your emotions and your depression and your internal anxiety letting that go. And so that's what you're doing. You're running right on that emotional hamster wheel here. So that can trigger how to remember this card is, oh, look, the internal hamster wheel. And this is on a lot of the cards. You'll see they'll be lined up like that. So that's a good way to remember it. Let me finish this because I just love her. Alas, the only way off your internal hamster wheel of fear is to bring the light of the day into the situation. Tell the truth, talk about it, reach out. Hi, Ronald. For most of my teenage years, I had a terrible suspicion that a family member was secretly spying on me, a violation that was devastating in its consequences. I was deeply afraid to confront this person, so instead I existed in a state of fear, anxiety, and guilt. Like the woman in the card, my sleep was plagued with grueling mental equations. Either this person who I love is doing this horrible thing to me and is awful, or I am awful enough to think that this person who loves me would do something horrible. Oh, what a horrible thing for a teenager to have to go through. It's that kind of loop ruled by the Nine of Swords, and one that doesn't get interrupted without a drastic move. At the end of it, you're left at the Ten of Swords. Devastating, yes, but over, with peace on the horizon. So this is before the Ten of Swords. And you're trying to figure out, is this a real situation? Or is this something that I'm running in my head? Okay. Good. Hi, Farah. Me too. Anyone needs me, they can get me on Facebook Messenger or email. I hope so, Tom. Good luck, honey. If there's anything I can do, I know you wanted to talk about Patreon, and I've been so busy, and I'm sorry, but I'm around, so I will answer you, I promise. Sorry, I'm picking a hair off my shirt. If the Nine of Swords card comes up, it's time to take action. My guess is that in your gut, you know what has to be done. Isn't that the truth? We know, we're just putting it off. We're not ready to face it. We're not ready to Get to that Ten of Swords face. You know, sometimes it's so much worse to just stay in this perpetual Nine of Swords that you're like, I just, anything that I can do to not get to the Ten of Swords. I'll just sit here forever if I just don't have to deal with the situation and make it the Ten of Swords moment that it needs to be so I can get through it and get it done with. I'll sit here for years rather than face the situation, get it over with, and get to that Ten of Swords moment. Absolutely. It is definitely denial. I'm not depressed. I'm totally fine. I'm not getting to that Ten of Swords moment. Totally reminds me of when you're drunk. When you're drunk, yep, typical Libra. When you're drunk and you're so drunk that you don't feel good. But if you're anything like me, I'm not throwing up. I will sit there all night long and not throw up. But I am not getting to the point. Probably I would feel better if I just threw up. I'm not doing it. And I will tell you, I'm not a drinker, and that's partly why, because I hate that feeling. I hate to throw up. I'm a person, I hate it. I hate to throw up. I would rather do anything. I will feel sick for days rather than throw up. Hi, Jen. I love you too. So I would rather sit here forever than get to that Ten of Swords moment. Not doing it, right? You just don't want to do it because it's terrifying or heartbreaking or devastating. It might be helpful to know that inaction is not protecting you from any of these experiences. The badness is already happening. Don't be afraid of the tough steps that you may need to take to free yourself from this emotional prison. Right? So it's just on the edge here, and I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Me too. And don't throw up around me where I can hear it. Yep. Throwing up tonight. Absolutely number one phobia. I know it. Me too. I know. Me too. I'm with you guys. Yep. I hate to throw up. Yep. Absolutely. It's hard to face the truth. I've been sick with the flu alone all day and now I can socialize. Hi, Courtney. Refuse to do it, right? I have morning sickness. Oh, you poor thing. Oh. I know. I've had migraines where I start throwing up and I'm like, no, just chop my head off. I don't care. I can't do it. Inaction is not protecting you from the bad things that are happening. Stop lying to yourself. That's it. That's it. This is not protecting you from that Ten of Swords moment. It's just making you deny the fact that you have all the swords in your back already. I went 2 days with the stomach flu, refused to vomit, you poor thing. I will want to throw up. Is there a Nine of Swords that comes with being a mom? Oh, there's so many. So many. Aw, thank you, Jen. Jen, I don't know how you do it. You are on live so much, and I so want to catch you so much. But you know, when you're a content creator, it's really hard to get on and see as many videos as you want to see. But you're always on, honey. You're so cute. I love that you make that effort, and I do too. I'm not as good as you are at it. Okay, let's go to... I do too, Jen. I really do. I love your lives, and I hate that I miss them all the time. Drives me crazy. Because I just adore you. I think you are the best. And I love the way your brain works, and I love it. Okay, let's go to... This is the Deviant Moon Tarot. When you're done, you're... Oh, really? Yay. Okay. All right. I have a hair that is inside my glasses. It's driving me nuts. I found it. See, look. It's attached. Swords. Okay. Now, this Nine of Swords is a great Nine of Swords. Luckily, I had morning sickness with my two girls, but it wasn't heavy. Oh, good. Went out drinking a few weekends ago and forgot that I was not in my 20s and I can't hang anymore. Oh, I hear you. I'll tell you what. I literally, I bet you 2-3 times in my life I have been drunk like that because I just don't like that feeling. First of all, I don't like the feeling of not being in control at all. At all. Like, I wanted to be awake for my whole hysterectomy, and they were like, hey, yeah, you really can't do that. I'm like, oh, yes, I can. It's okay. I work here, and I'm in the OR all the time, so the blood and stuff doesn't bother me. And they're like, yeah, okay. And apparently I was, because they gave me the epidural thing stuff, but I don't remember a thing. And I'm like, well, that doesn't count. If I don't remember it and I was awake, I was probably really stupid. Yes. I'm going to go live. Just can't find a good time. Oh, good, Denise. You guys, this sounds stupid, but if you try to message me and just say, hey, Jen, just so you know, I'm going to go live. I really, really try to at least come on and say hello and stay for a minute if I can. I was awake for my trachea. Really? Ugh. Well, they lied to me because I work there, and they're like, oh yeah, okay, you can be awake. And maybe I was, but they gave me the stuff to make it so I don't remember it. So that doesn't count. Okay. Here we go. So the 9 of Swords in the Deviant Moon deck. Similarities and differences. First of all, it's funny to me that each sword is like we see the handle and the point, and the handle and the point, and the handle and the point. This one, it's all, the points are all off the screen. In my 30s, I could drink a 300-pound man under the table without even a headache. Yes, demon on his back for sure. Absolutely. It still, though, looks like the inside of a hamster wheel, right? So we're still spinning our wheels. Yes, yes, yes. Deviant Moon. Okay, so let's get to the... Oh, he must have done the swords first. Yay, another person who loves the swords. I love the sword suit, guys, just so you know. If you didn't know that already. Not just because I'm a Libra, but that's part of it. Queen of Wands, what the heck? Oh, that's right, he goes backwards. 10, so 9 should be coming up. 9, okay. Nope, that's 9 of Wands. Damn it. 2 of Swords, 4... 5, 6, 7, 8. Here it is. Okay. Okay. This is great. Hi, Shauna. He's chewing on his own finger. Exactly. I drank more than usual last week, but still very little. 2 wine and a hard cider. The handles kind of remind me of that internal dialogue. Yes, going back and forth between trying to figure out if the situation is real or perceived. I love it. I'm back and defeated. Uh-oh. You're back and defeated. Did you buy something? Hey, if you bought something, hopefully you bought something pretty. Okay, a nervous old woman quivers in the darkness, awakened by a dreadful nightmare, unable to return to a peaceful sleep. She sits up in her bed, anxiously pulling her fingers and gnawing on her own hand. The ghastly apparition of the 9 swords lingers in her mind as she tries in vain to distinguish reality from delusion. Oh, you're good. The mere thought of the blade intensifies her suffering and brings her to the edge of emotional collapse. Frightful sensations crawl like insects over the woman's pale skin, infesting her head with worry. Her frenzied imagination exaggerates her phobias and horrifically brings them to life. Anxiety takes the shape of a mischievous white imp who sneaks up from behind and stabs its sharp fangs into the woman's shoulder. Injected venom runs through her veins, causing her heart to palpate with panic. As the nasty imp nibbles this woman's flesh, it extends its toothed paw towards her vulnerable neck, knowing that a little snip to her throat will surely enhance the pain. Paralyzing fear expresses itself in the form of a mummified feline corpse. Paralyzing fear, mummified feline corpse. Mama squirrel bird is making R2-D2 noises. Aww. R2-D2, woohoo. Which lies like an immovable weight on top of her blanket. The cat's atrophied muscles signify that the old woman's overwhelming concerns cripple her spirit. The warmth of the old woman's bed dissipates into the night, leaving only a tomb-like chill under the covers. As morbid thoughts of death continue to twist around her senses, they change the way she perceives her surrounding. Her blanket no longer provides comfort, but now seems like dirt over a restless grave. Oh, this is good. God, I love Patrick Valenza. He's just amazing. While the ornate woodwork on the headboard appears in her mind as the ominous stone carvings of a tombstone. Oh, yeah. Look at, there's the tombstone. Simon's tattoo. He has that tattoo. Oh, come on. There it is. He has that tattoo. Love it. Pain can bring you out of anxiety too. Yes, that's true. I did my first reading for myself today. It was insightful. Uh-oh, that doesn't sound good, Christina. Sometimes insightful is not the happy reading you were hoping for, huh? The morning sun will soon rise, but it will fail to break the spell of her warped visions. Tonight, the seeds of despair have been firmly planted in her brain, and she will carry her nocturnal terror into the new day ahead. I am actually surprised that I was able to handle 6 shots of 40% schnapps. Yay! Maybe all the fat I accumulated around my body has helped. Woohoo! Right, Claire? Hey, at least it's good for something, right? I know. I got to thank mine for that, too. And you drank water. There you go. And it helps if you can stay hydrated. Shades of self-harm and the ways that anxiety and depression can make you desperate to feel anything. Pain is better than being numb. Oh, so true. Okay, Angela, no problem, honey. It's okay. In the gloom of the night, every shadow is suspect. When the foreboding 9 of Swords materializes in your reading, it is a dramatic sign that you are overly focused on your fears and anxieties. You may find yourself incapable of sleep as your worried thoughts loom in an endless cycle of distress. Horrible notions twist your mind and heighten the suffering of your weary soul. Paranoia immobilizes your potential. Guilt and regret. Yeah. Oh, I can't speak. Guilt and regret. Hi, Crunchy Witch. But how to pull someone out of the 9 of Swords? You can't. They can only come out of it if they're ready. You can suggest it and tell them you're there to help them if they want to. But they'll only be able to do it if they're ready. Horrible notions twist your mind and heighten the suffering of your weary soul. Paranoia immobilizes your potential. Guilt and regret eat away at you without mercy, and you imagine the worst possible outcomes for the future. Irrational fixations of sickness and death relentlessly haunt you. These negative emotions could spiral out of control, leaving you susceptible. I'm telling you, Mercury, get the hell out. 2 days. Susceptible to prolonged bouts of depression. You could also be experiencing excessive concern over loved ones or a preoccupation that you have no control over. So true. Great card. Great. Okay. Let's look at some of our other ones that we look at a lot. I've moved my little tray back a little further, so it's hard to reach. We're going to take a quick peek at the Guardian Tarot. This is either the creepy alien deck to you or the nature-loving tree ant spirits. Could this sound any more like clinical depression? I know, right? For sure, Leland, for sure. Oh, okay. I'm surprised Nine of Swords is not a trump. I know, right? Because it's that impressive of a card. Shauna, thank you, sweet Shauna. You guys, I just adore you. You all are so giving and loving and amazing people. So truly, thank you, sweetheart. You're so sweet, all of you. Okay, this is a good one. This card, I have to say, I love this deck, and I get the loving feelies from this deck because it's Treant Spirit to me. This card kind of creeps me out. This Treant is kind of creepy looking, and boy, is he seeing nightmarish visions, right? I love you too, Shauna. Thank you. Really, really creeping, nice. Whew. This is a great Nine of Swords. That nightmarish scream in the night. I mean, so good. Full of fear. Seeing wolves coming to get him. The eyes. I mean, he doesn't even have pupils or anything, but the eyes are terrified. Yes, this one is creepy. I love it too. This is a great Nine of Swords. Just a really nice, that nightmare, fear, anxiety. That's a good one. That's a good one. And I don't even think, to be honest, I don't think we need to say a whole lot. So this whole rest of this study may go quick because a lot of these cards are going to end up being like that, guys. A lot of the Nine of Swords cards are very, his skin tone is cold for sure, are going to be very, very blatant. And that's kind of why I like the Nine of Swords, because it's not a hard card to read. It is a, oh, look, this is what's going on. That was the Guardian Tarot, honey. That's my Treant deck, my Tree Spirits. And most people either like them and feel that nature spirit energy, or they don't like them and they feel creepy alien. I happen to love them because it's all Treants. I'll just show you a couple more of the cards. Look at, there's the Fool. There's Death. Two of Wands. I adore this deck. That's okay. Hi, Jennifer. I truly, truly adore this deck in all ways. I love it being a little creepy. I love it. Love it. Love it. Okay. So let's see. Okay, I am going to show my New Era Elements. Now, I'm going to tell you, the New Era Elements Tarot Nine of Swords is shocking. This deck is part of the reason that I love it as my soul deck is because I am the way I am. I am kind of blunt sometimes. I am out in the open. Card of waking up from a nightmare. Yes. It's like his own mind is sucking the life out of him. Oh, yeah. That's a good one, Naya. Good. This whole deck, the New Era Elements Tarot, this is my soul deck. I love this deck because it is a deck. This deck does not pussyfoot around. It does not lie to you. It does not make things gentler than they need to be. It is very blunt. This card in particular is a tough card for some people. And so this is kind of one of those trigger warnings. Just to let you know that this shows an animal being dissected. So if that's going to bother you, look away, turn it off for a minute, whatever you need to do. Just warning you ahead of time. Some people don't like this deck because of this particular card. So this is like this little rat. This is his nightmare. I mean, for him, could there be a worse nightmare? Anxiety ridden. This is cruelty. Cruelty to your mind, cruelty to your anxiety, cruelty to, this is, if you are this rat, you're thinking, oh my goodness, this is the worst thing that can happen. I'm blunt too. Yep, exactly. Don't sugarcoat it. He is pinned, his little feet are pinned down to the table. He is opened wide up for everyone to see. And sometimes that alone, being open for everyone to see you, for people who are introverts, that may be your worst nightmare without, cutting you open. Just being open to have everybody looking at you and seeing everything that you are, everything that you have to offer. Much less now this little rat is wide open. You only have one life. Why hide? Yeah, vulnerability for sure. Absolutely. So this is, a physical nightmare, but vulnerability, emotional, terrifying thoughts. Yes, his nightmares. So if you think that little white rat, what does his nightmares consist of? This is definitely the worst one I can think of. For sure. Absolutely. And it's a pretty stark vision, there is no denying. That's his worst nightmare. Notice in RWS, no points of sword are visible. It must indicate danger could be imagined. Exactly. Exactly right. Because they are going right off the edge. So, you got to figure out where they are. All your emotions exposed. Yes, 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 for sure. Let's look real quick at the Terra Fauna deck. I honestly don't even remember what this card is. Oh. That card makes me so sad. I know it. Terra Fauna. Yep, this is... I did not just drop that. I dropped it and none of the cards came out. How weird is that? They stayed in there. That was luck all day long. Okay. Terra Fauna deck. Talk about a mom's worst nightmare. This is, she is pulling out her own feathers. She's having nightmares about her egg. Her egg is pulling in the egg close. She's stuck in the dark and having nightmares. Hi, Jenna. What did you miss? We're still going over the Nine of Swords. Guardian. I went over the Guardian for the Guardian. And then I showed New Air Elements, which is pretty... It's the rat being... Can't even say it. I said it when I first did it. Can I just say, I hate Mercury being dissected. Thank you. I said it the first time and then totally, gone it went. Caffeine. I must need more caffeine. That's the answer. I know. This is a sad one, boy. You can see the sadness in her eyes here. Mama Owl. For sure. Okay, and then I brought out a bunch of... Good news is there are a few cards in the tarot deck that greatly reduce and minimize the effects of the Nine of Swords on your reading. That's true. Does anybody know? I have not looked at the Dark Mansion tarot, the Nine of Swords from this deck. But I was wondering if it was a cool card or not. I didn't think to pull it out ahead of time, but if it's kind of boring, I won't bother. Let's see if I can find it quickly or if it'll be right at the end, you know, because I'm looking for it. It'll be like the last card possibly there. King, 2, 2, 4, Ace, 9 of Pence, Hermit, 10 of Swords. Nope, 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 6. Eviscerated. Oh, then that might be a good card. Is it a cool looking evisceration? Yeah. 2, 4. It's gonna be the. Oh, here it is. Ooh. Okay, I like this one a lot. I'm so happy to learn tarot with all of you. I am too. I'm happy you're here. That's a good 9 of Swords. I like that one. Talk about nightmares. So here we are. She's kind of almost looks like a little girl, although she has gray hair, doesn't she? But I don't think that matters too much in this deck. But I love the the shadow is the swords, and it turns into the teeth of the shadow monster. Yes, this is the Dark Mansions deck, which I did finally get. I'm so glad because I love the deck. I just don't know if I'll ever go through this with Taroteca Studios or Tarotica Studios again because it took forever to get here. But yeah, this is a great 9 of Swords. Beautiful. It's a great, great, great nightmare card. Does not disappoint. Damn it. I have to be honest, I keep waiting to be disappointed because she ticked me off so much with the whole thing, but it is a good deck. Okay, this one is the Cosmic Tarot. Thank you, Marge. And look at it's raining down swords into the street. There's this big snake here. The whole building is coming down on top of the town here. There's quite a lot going on here in the Cosmic Tarot. It is definitely a nightmare situation. He's got one of the swords has pierced him through the middle. Yeah. Waiting for the deck. That was a 9 of Swords time. Yes, it was, Stephen. You're right. No wonder it's such a good card because it definitely was the whole 9 of Swords. Yeah, this is a hardcore one. Cosmic Tarot does not play around either. I really like this deck too. What's in the background here? Can't tell if this is supposed to be another. Wait, where is it? This. If this is supposed to be another flying sword. Hang on. Or just a cloud or something. I like that. There's a sword sticking right through here. There's a sword sticking right through him. The snake and the guy both have a sword through them. Yeah. Yep. This is a whew. Talk about a nightmare. Waking up and having that nightmare. That's a tough one. So this next one is from my Cute and Creepy Tarot. Cute and Creepy. Almost looks like a plane. Oh yeah, maybe that's where the swords are coming from. All right, this is Cute and Creepy Tarot. I do like this deck a lot. This was an independent deck I backed on Kickstarter, but if you look for it under my tarot reviews, she has them available now for sale. Such a cute deck. So, Medusa, talk about a nightmare situation. Poor Medusa got seduced by Zeus, of course, who can't ever keep it in his pants. And Athena gets pissed off at poor Medusa and says, that's not a good thing. I'm mad at you because you went after my husband. because Zeus always keeps it in his pants. And so I'm going to make Zeus turn you into a Gorgon, which is what happens. She was this beautiful woman. Medusa was beautiful. And Athena has her turned into a Gorgon because, heaven forbid, her husband goes after yet another one. It's not Zeus, it's these goddesses. Hi, Lorcan. So, yeah, talk about a nightmare situation for the poor. Yeah, it is a tough deck. Hey, us girls can only take so much. Talk about a poor nightmare situation for poor Medusa. Wasn't her fault. She turns her victims into lifeless statues for sure. Actually, it's Poseidon. Oh, it's Poseidon. Why did I say? Well, none of those Greek gods can keep it in their pants. Zeus is the one halfway. Yeah, I'm sure Zeus was dragged kicking and screaming. I know. Zeus is usually the one that can't keep it in his pants, so it's hard to tell. But, Poseidon has a whole bunch of demigods himself, doesn't he? So we do know that for sure. Look at Percy Jackson there. That whole series is based on Poseidon not being able to keep it in his pants. She wouldn't need to bring Viagra. Cute. So I like that one too. This one is it makes me laugh because I'm kind of goofy. I'd like to turn a few people down, right? This is the Zombie Tarot, which I have to say, guys, I am a person that does like a deck with a sense of humor sometimes. And if you like that, a deck with a sense of humor, the Zombie Tarot is freaking hilarious. It really is. It's a good reading deck. It's easy to read with, and it's hilarious. So here's the Nine of Swords for the Zombie Tarot, and talk about a nightmare situation. Oh, come on. So he wakes up with this weird thing on his head, and look at where the needle is pointing. I don't know if that was on purpose, but it is not pointing in an area that you really want a needle pointed at, is it? Yes, really. Though the Greek gods would have solved so many problems if they could just keep it in their togas. Yeah, right? No kidding, Leland. But they can't, ever. You haven't opened yours yet? Oh, I love this deck. I really do. This is a great deck. It has it's hilarious. It is a good sense of humor kind of deck. So, what a way to wake up with that needle sticking right at your family jewels there. I like it. The guidebook is funny too. I have heard that. Again, I'm not one to read guidebooks, but I should, because I love the deck because it's hilarious. I probably would get it even more. As you got the zombie playing card deck as clarifiers. Oh, that's a good idea. I didn't think of that. I don't read decks very much, but I should pull it out because I love the, decks with a sense of humor. So the Everyday Witch. I like the Everyday Witch. It's the Nine of Athames. And she's woken up from a nightmare. Here the sun is out even, and she has kind of, it's half waking up from a nightmare, half she has been researching stuff all night. So look at her cat's like, look, you didn't get any sleep all damn night. You've been up all night worrying about this. It's a new day. We either need to figure out what's going on and do something about it, or let it go. One or the other. I love that the kitty is like, hey, you. I don't know what you think you're doing up all night, but this is not helping. Right? Play with the Zombie Tarot and hundreds of others for free here. The cat told her, I know. Hey, lady. I could do the little paw on her arm. I love that. It's like, hey, get out of your, get away from all your anxiety-ridden ridiculousness. Let's move on or figure it out. It's a good deck for sure. This one is Tarot in Wonderland. Is that what it's called? Or Wonderland Tarot? Tarot in Wonderland. That's what it's called. She's a witch with her kitten familiar. Yes. Tarot in Wonderland. So here we have, ta-da, the White Rabbit. And I love Alice. So I had to include the White Rabbit. And of course, what's his nightmares? First of all, we have, the chess pieces and stuff because the Queen of Hearts is such a ridiculous idiot. And then the clock here, that's all part of his nightmares. And just, what else could go wrong for our poor little White Rabbit? I love the Alice decks, and this is such a good one. And, it's March. I think I got a notification from Baba Studios not too long ago that said April. They're planning on shipping in April, I think. The Alice Tarot, the second edition, is finally coming out. So, yay, it's coming. The White Rabbit was always really anxious. Exactly. Maybe he can't sleep and worrying about getting up to go somewhere on time, right? Never heard of it, Pat. Spellcasters? Yes, I do. I do have the spellcasters. Is that a good one? As a matter of fact, I think I have it close. Is it here? Is that a good Nine of Swords? Yep, it's right here. Your brother is talking about suicide. Oh, Farah, I'm sorry. What's his name, honey? And I will put him in my basket here. I should have thought to get out the spellcasters because I have to say it's one of my favorite decks. It's a great working deck. And the images never let me down. I love every single one of them. Alibre Spelling got it and was showing it in a video and said it read like an oracle. I was so interested. Just did a 3-card reading now and the Nine of Swords came up for the second card. Hey, yep. Oh my goodness. I hate when I'm looking for a card and it's like the last card. Yep. I love reading that has the Nine of Swords show up in the future position. Almost always indicates breakup, separation, terrible argument, or discovery that you or your partner have been unfaithful. Ugh. Ugh. Here we go. Oh, that's a good one. Look at the black candles. The wolf sitting here next to her, trying to comfort her. At least that's the way I see it. Now, maybe they're trying to say that the wolf is part of the nightmare, but to me, wolf is protector. And wow, is he beautiful. Look at him laying right behind her. Yep, love the black candles for sure. Wolf means teacher. Wolf has always been protector to me. I just, that stance that they have. He's beautiful. Yeah, I don't think it looks threatening either. It's very much, it's okay. I'm here. Nothing can really harm you. Might be scary, but we'll get through it together. Right? That's a good one. I do. The Spellcasters has never let me down. I use it for a lot of readings. When I know it's hard, sometimes I don't like to use either the Witch deck or Green Witch or Spellcasters or even Celtic. I have to be careful because there's some pretty pagan-y images. And that's okay for those of us who are a little bit witchy even, but some people that I read for are like Catholic, you know, everyday people. And so you kind of I have to get out what I consider a boring deck. Green Witch. Very similar. The 9 of Athames, that's over the window there. And you see the bat out the window. And what was it? There's something on this card that I was like, oh yeah, look at. Oh, see this, oh, come on, if I can get this to, there it is. See the spray of herbs or flowers? Yeah, the moon shining on her is gorgeous. But I always think, I wonder if it's really a bat out the window or if that spray of flowers is reflecting a shadow that looks like a bat. So again, that's am I making this up or is there something real to be worried about here? Hi, Gary. Somebody mentioned Shadowscapes. It is a gorgeous card. It is one of the ones I have out. Look at the, like the cyclone almost of ravens. And the 9 swords are right there. And they, to me, very much represent the thoughts that are spinning thoughts going all the way up. That are showing that luck and good fortune are on the horizon when you see out the window and notice the bat and the sun. Oh, see, now I see that as darkness in the moon. But I can see that Mystic Fairy has a great 9 of Swords. Does it? And I have that one, but I can't reach it right now. This one is, I love this deck. What the heck's it called? Timeless. Timeless Tarot? Yes, the Timeless Tarot. And I love, love, love this one. Talk about, you know, over dramatic anxieties, nightmarish stuff. Look at the horse's eyes here, or lack of eyes. Ah, come on. I hate glossy cards, guys. I really wish that the older cards would have gotten less gloss on them. Yeah, Shakespeare, right? Hi, Michelle. Sorry, Marge. How are you? Great, great, great card. I know. I'm just trying to show as many nine of Swords as I can. I'm almost done. I have 2 more to show. I seen this as a vampire painting. Oh, I will tell you that these images on the Timeless Tarot, they are images that are, what do you call them when they're non-copyrighted or free? You know, if you Google, what the hell do you have to Google? Like images you don't have to pay for. And she took like Victorian paintings that were non-copyrighted and found royalty free. Thank you. And found paintings that would go along with each of the tarot cards. And so I really like the Timeless Tarot is a great tarot deck. If you like that Victorian edge kind of art. So I do like this deck a lot. This one is the Lion's Gateway Tarot. Gary Jen has a lot of videos on her channel. Oh, yes, absolutely. I would very much like to know some tips and tricks on how to start making and casting spells. Absolutely, Gary. If you look at my Beginner Witch series, that's a good place to start. I have 13, 14 videos up on the playlist. It's called Beginner Witch Series. And if you go in order, you can start with like episode 1 and go all the way through. So this one to me is a mother sitting with the tombstones behind her. So that to me is her nightmare. Yes, I like the clouds resembling hands holding the moon. Yes, absolutely. Because the moon means what? It means intuition. It also means shadows, hiding things in the shadows. So we don't know. Is this a real thing that is happening to her? Or is this an imagined worry or an anxiety that she's kind of building up in her mind? And, you know, that spinning on the why do I want to say ferret wheel? On the hamster wheel? Very much could be that. Yep. All mother's fears. That's exactly right. So to me, this one was really hit home as a mama. You can't not have fears. You know, I try to allow that to get to the surface very much. Because, you know, I just don't want to put that energy out in the universe, for one thing. But, you know, your kids, especially they get older, and this is a tough class. I should have played hooky. We're almost done, Marge. One more. This one is one of my favorite all-time Nine of Swords cards. I'll be sure to watch it in a little while. Well, welcome. I do love the Lion's Gateway. And I have to say, the fact that Jessica is such a sweet, sweet woman helps me to love that deck even more. You know, her customer service is impeccable. You know, here she comes on for our tarot study quite a bit, and saw that I was complaining because I couldn't use the deck because I have to keep in order when we're doing tarot study, and I pull hers out a lot. And she sent me another deck so that I could do my tarot study and still use it. You're in a Nine of Swords moment. Oh, Farrah, you're back. What's your brother's name, sweetheart? Because I wanted to put him, I just put Farrah's brother, but I wanted to put him in my Reiki basket here. Jameel, Jameel. Okay. Well, he's going in my basket, honey. I'm sorry. It's such a hard thing to prevent, and it's such a hard thing to know what to do with. Okay, so one more. My very favorite Nine of Swords card that I have, that I can think of right now, is the Ethereal, right? Is that what it's called? Why do I feel like that's not? Ethereal Visions. That's right. Okay. So the Ethereal Visions Tarot. I love this card. Her nightmares are showing up right behind her. Look at, here's the King of Skulls here with the Nine of Swords as a crown. Oh, come on. You got to focus. There we go. And see the 3 fates behind her. Laughing at her. One of them's laughing. Then we see like the Grim Reaper here. And, oh, come on, focus, 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 focus. We have, there we go. Let me throw out, since fear has come up with this card so heavily, fear does not have to control you. Courage or bravery is the choice to act in spite of fear, not a lack of fear. Absolutely. Thank you, Leland, for sure. For sure. She fears death. She fears judgment. Exactly. Yep. Yes. Absolutely. Tears clinging to hope despite the facts. Yep. Yep. Oh, we love you, honey. I'm sorry you're going through stuff. Ugh. So conflicted by school, and I have a tough time doing certain tasks and completing them. I feel very welcome here. Well, I hope you do. bit of shame the way she's holding her head in her hands, right? She doesn't even want to look at possibilities. There's, we have roses. Again, the theme of roses comes up on her blanket. So it may be, all of these fears may not have to do with her. It may be have to do with a love. We have almost the pan god kind of in the corner here. At least that's the way I see him, with a blindfold. Does anybody else see him as differently? I know it's kind of, the drawing is a little bit vague in what exactly it is. But to me, I kind of saw the pan god with a blindfold on. And the hoof, the cloven hoofs. Yeah, it looks like people are pointing at her, right? Red roses show she's loved, but she doesn't feel like it, for sure. If nobody else is, I may go live and unbox my new deck. Yay! What deck did you get, honey? For sure. The Good Tarot. Oh, that's a good deck. That's a really good deck. That's my favorite artist, Jenna Della Grottaglia. Okay, so that is one of my all-time favorites for sure. Okay, Alice down the rabbit hole. Hi. I'm not almost done, but I am. Hour and a half we've been on, guys. But I love when we get to a card that is really interesting like that we can show, right? I just learned that my friend's son who was burned was admitted to hospital. Oh no, with a bacterial infection on his ear. Oh, honey, my goodness, that little baby has been through so much. And does the infection have to do with his burn, or is this something totally different now? My goodness, this little guy. He's just been a little trooper. They said most likely happened during his surgery of the skin graft. What was his name? I want to say Trevor, but that's not it. It's he's already in there once, unless it was, I can't remember if it was before the new moon or not. What the heck was his name? I'm sure I know it, but Mercury is not gonna. Grayson, that's it. Thank you. That's right. All right, and Mama are going in there. And Jen, you were already put in there from last night, just so you know. Yes. That poor little guy. He has been his Gatorade over. I know. Almost 2 days. 2 days and Gatorade is almost over. I'm telling you, it's killing me. This was literally one that was not supposed to affect me, so I just didn't expect it, and it's just been pounding away. All right, he is in there. Do you think we could take a look at the 8 coins deck? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Where is it? Oh, it is right in front of me. Hold on. It's right here. Because I've been using that one a lot lately for my readings. So I actually have it out. I think it's hilarious how everyone's calling it Gatorade. It's going to expire soon. Don't drink it. No kidding. I cannot wait to have it the hell out of here. I've had enough. I'm not going to make it. Did I miss it? Any updates on the CBR drama with not really. I do have to say, oh, wasn't it Jen the Texpert? Yes, she is, but she's live now. You find out you're out of raspberry jam, so you have to make some. So update on the CBR. There is an update as far as that goes. I will tell you that it is, I don't know how to say this. It is not something that I have felt comfortable with bringing up for her because Her son had his surgery this week, last week, Friday, like not very long ago, 4 days ago, maybe 5 days ago, something like that. Her son had brain surgery, and is doing fairly well from what I understand. But I definitely was not going to bring it up with her in the midst of all this. I'm like, oh, I hope nobody brings it up with her right now. Anyways, CBR herself, good luck. She's just going to block you if you bring anything up about it to her. She won't deal with any of it. Jenna will eventually, but I just am not going to bring it up to her because her son has a brain tumor and had brain surgery. I believe it was like Thursday or Friday. He's doing fairly well. He was playing the piano at the hospital. But I just am not going to bring it up to her. Whoops. Isn't that a pretty Nine of Swords? All right, here we go. CBR is just business. Why am I seeing it up there way before here? Okay, CBR is just business as usual. Yes, exactly. Because she doesn't think of it as an issue. As long as she's making money off it, she doesn't give a shit. So I'm sorry. Here is, oh, this is a good one. Ooh, I like this. The Nine of Swords all pointing in at you. Oh, come on. Yes, I saw somebody else. Okay, yes, I will put it. Hold on 1 second. Let me just show this card. And what is this? The rope is coming right down. I love, love, love that all the astrological symbols are on her finger. Oh, come on. Are on her fingers and on her wrists, tattooed. That's puts all of my problems into perspective, right? I know it. This is the Eight of Coins Tattoo Tarot. Eight of Coins Tattoo Tarot. Great deck. It's the one, I have been using this deck for, oh goodness, probably a couple weeks now for readings. I used it for my free readings the last time I did my free readings. I know, right? We do need a safe word with that card. Okay. Hold on now. I just have my pen in my hand, you guys. Oh, here it is. Okay. Hold on, because I don't want to get too far off here. Okay. Samantha. That's right. Samantha. And she's booked for more surgery again. I know that is so hard. It's so hard, for her to go through so much surgery. At the same time, in her situation, I feel like it does mean progress for her. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying it's any less like more and more and more. But for her, it's like, okay, another one down, another one down. You know what I mean? But doesn't mean it's easy. For sure. And I'm not saying it is easy. I hope you know that. And your niece. Yes, this. Oh, yes, Jennifer. Jen's niece. And she is in the basketball. We'll kind of change the intention a little bit, right? Because it's not a tumor, but it is an artery behind her eye in the brain that is contracted. Ooh. So they're going to try to open it up with a shunt, or can they do that? Or wonder how long I was talking to myself. All right. The energy in chat should be elevated now, right? Okay. Please. I enjoy being able to put people in my basket and, have energy, people to focus that energy on. That's it. I'm getting that deck. It is a really good deck. As it is. It's an awesome box. It is. Yeah, it does look like Ed Hardy's work. All right. Thanks, honey. Absolutely. I'll be looking at... I know what you mean, Jen. I agree. Good. Perfect. Please add so you can join in on the next live. Yes, yes, yes. Strange energy for sure. Joe. I've tied Joe Swab. The energy in the chat should be elevated now. You said they can they do a shunt? Yes. She's so young right now. It's meds plus new meds for the migraines. Okay, I gotcha. Did I make it to the basket? Alice, yes. Is Alice your real name, honey? I mean, I don't have to have it, but it helps sometimes. Megan, gotcha. Hi, Maddie. You are in it. I don't know if Joe's a troll or not. He might be, but at least he's a troll that's got some good energy, right? All right, guys. I am going to get off. Did Justin say he was going live tonight? I can't remember. Is Justin still here? I can't remember if he said he was going live or not. I think I said it in the beginning of the video if he did. I'm so bad. I can't remember a thing. Pat is live next. Okay. All right, guys. So tune in on Thursday. Will be the next story time tarot study, which we are up to the Lover's card for the story time. Hi, Debbie. So the next tarot will be I'm sorry, Manny. I've been on for an hour and 42 minutes. His channel is Justin Townsend. Yes, so Thursday will be story time study with the Lover's card. So it'll be different kind of energy work. It's okay. I know. I'm just saying. It's an hour and a half. That's it for me. I'm whooped. Yes. Thank you so much, Marge, for, repeating all my stuff on there so people can, see what I'm trying to say. I appreciate it. And just think, by Thursday, Mercury will be out of retrograde. Yay! Yay, yay, yay. You're out at 3 tomorrow? Yay! I'm out at 3:30 tomorrow. So yay. No, I'm out at noon tomorrow. Tomorrow's my half day. Yes, thank you. Okay, I love you guys.